I played with my colors just a little bit more off camera because I can't help myself, and I added a new paintbrush into all of that fun. This one's a fan paintbrush because it's shaped like a fan, and it's a little bit beat up, but it still does some fun things. I was actually doing that grid over here with the fan brush and the little hairy things with the little tiny round paintbrush. Random is fun. After you do random, get to play around a little bit. We're going to put those aside and we're going to see what we can do about getting control. Because every now and then you're going to have to do something in your painting where you want control and have matching marks, matching values as close as you can. Some of these are pretty close. These are from the past. So I made a new page and I'm going to try to show you what it is I mean. So I made a new page. This is drawing paper. It's a step up from the copy paper. Copy paper is great for play and it's cheap. Drawing paper is a step up. We'll see how it works for holding the color. With watercolor, the better paper you have is in thickness, the better your paintings are going to turn out and the more fun you're going to have. But it also costs more money. So we start off on the cheap stuff and work our way up. I'm going to play with that fan brush. I mixed up some purple and black. And I want to do a pull and just see how far I can go before I have to reload. And I'm going to reload as soon as I get across and try to keep that all the same. I don't know what I could use that texture for. I'm looking at it and I don't know if it's going to be water, if it's going to be the side of a barn, texture that goes on some old wood. I might want to see if I can't lighten up those ends just a little bit. I'm going to unpaint with a clean paintbrush. I may or may not want that light, that dark on the end. There's a certain amount of unpainting you can do, but it's not going to be perfect right now, partly because of the drawing paper. I'm going to write on there which one I used. Fan brush, upside down to you. And then I'm going to pick a different paintbrush and I'm going to stay with the dark colors because I think it's going to show up on the camera a little bit better. And I'm going to see what texture, what paintbrush stroke I can do consistently throughout this whole square. So I'm just going to do some flicks. Okay, notice my paintbrush. I'm holding it like this. And it's straight up and down to you. It's probably pointing right up at my camera on my cell phone. One of the things watercolors will do is learn different ways to hold their paintbrush. If you have it really, really vertical, it gives you a lot of opportunity to swing it different directions. I'm not going to make you watch this whole thing. I'll probably time out the camera and do another square and come back and keep working on this. But I like the hairy. I am going to write down what it is I'm using. It's number 6 round. That right there. So when I come back, I make sure I have the same paintbrush. Another one. I was working on some fun patterns with the big flat. I was playing around with him and I think I got my idea perfected. I'm going to turn my paper and I want a little bit more room. But again, I'm going to hold my paintbrush really straight up and down. Now I'm just touching. But I know that this paintbrush can hold a lot of water and a lot of paint, but that's experience. And that's what you need to do, is get some experience playing with these paintbrushes and see what they can do for you. I got a little off. I wanted my fans to be all nice and tight in the middle. I'll concentrate and less talk. It's cute. And again, I would have to keep filling in until I get that whole block. Try to keep the same color, same amount of water. That's the tricky part, is getting the same color and same water. And since I'm mixing in the lid, I got a little bit more control over that. If I were using the color straight out of the pan, it's going to change. label that. That one is 3/4 flat.